Welcome to Kevin's Corner on this 27th day of October in 2025. And I'm wondering if you have ever felt like you were a pawn on a chessboard. For those of you who are familiar with the game of chess, you know that the pawn is that piece that is most numerous and has the least value. It is often sacrificed if placed in a position to capture a more powerful piece. In viewing the ongoing government shutdown, the American people are being used as pawns of little value to manipulate the will of political opponents. One party is refusing to approve a funding budget for the government because they claim that millions of Americans will suffer if the affordable health care tax credits are not extended, which are set to expire at the end of 2025. One political party is refusing to approve a funding budget of the government because they claim that the other party is determined to offer health care to illegal immigrants at the cost of approximately $200 billion, which will be passed on to the American taxpayer. Abraham Lincoln reminded the American people in his Gettysburg Address that our government is a government of the people, by the people, and for the people. And those politicians in our nation's capital were originally meant to be servants of the people. Upon being elected, they were to make their way to Washington, D.C. to carry out the will of those who elected them. The cost of a government shutdown runs in the billions of dollars. It stymies the economy. It disrupts crucial federal programs and agencies and may discourage young people who want to work for the federal government. 42 million people in the United States are receiving SNAP, Supplemental Nutritional Assistance Program benefits. There's disagreement between the political parties on what the eligibility requirements of SNAP, or food stamps, should be. That is a discussion for another time. But without doubt, many of those who receive SNAP are in desperate need of assistance. And as a Christian, I believe the primary source of help should be the church and not the government. As the government shutdown continues, the funds for SNAP are due to end on November 1st, 2025. Our welfare system is certainly in need of reform. But the refusal of our politicians to come back to the table and negotiate in good faith reveals a deep and troubling problem in our government. Most of those we elected to represent us are no longer representing us. They are far more concerned with achieving or maintaining political power than with serving the people. A servant is a position of humility, and humility is a virtue almost non-existent in Washington. Imagine being so selfish, so drunk on power, that you would use the nation's poor as pawns to achieve your own selfish goals. Are they hoping to foment an uprising of the poor and needy? Are they pining for the destruction and criminality of our urban centers? Are they willing to allow suffering and misery as a means of meeting their own political goals? Don't believe it when these politicians pretend to care so much for you. They don't. You are expendable. You are but a pawn on a chessboard, and they will sacrifice you in a heartbeat to maintain their wealth and power as lifelong servants of the people. Thank you so much for joining me on this day. Thank you so much for taking time from your busy day and allowing me to share with you from Kevin's Corner. Please help me share truth with others by liking and sharing this video. Also, please subscribe to Kevin's Corner on YouTube and Substack. And until next time, live bravely and courageously.